and welcome to Black Girl Joy. My name is Nicole Celine, your host. Today we will be speaking with Miss Jana Hicks, author and publisher of Articles for Life, where you will find wisdom, encouragement, and hope within the pages. So go and grab yourself your beverage of choice, and let's go on a journey with Jana.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Jana.
Hi, Nicole.
Welcome to Black Girl Joy. How you doing?
Thank you. I'm doing good.
Awesome. Um, let's begin. I'd love for you to tell our listeners, who is Jana?
Who is Jana? Well,
Yes.
Jana means God's gracious gift, and I am the
Amen.
gracious gift to the person, people, environments, and whatever I'm called to. I am a natural
Mm-hmm.
encourager, so it expresses itself in everything I do. I even looked up the word gracious, and it really spoke about who I really am.
Uh-huh.
It said that marked by kindness and courtesy, characterized by charm, good taste, generosity of spirit, and the tasteful leisure of wealth and good breeding, graceful, marked by tact and delicacy, urbane, nobly polished in manners and polite, merciful
Well,
and
I gotta agree with all of that.
yeah, that's why I was like, okay. I said I could
That
get
is,
with that.
yeah, we can get with that. That is very good. That is very good. I like that. That was good. So, reading your book Articles for Life, which I think is a wonderful book,
Thank
absolutely
you.
wonderful. And I wanted to know, how did it begin? Like, how did you start writing? What encouraged you to write?
What actually started me to writing some time ago, I met a lady by the name of Melissa Gall, and she's telling you how to promote your business. So she said one of the good ways to do that is to go to eZine articles and start writing articles. So I signed up with eZine articles, and from there it took off. I wound up just writing articles, and it was basically about me wanting to help people with my gift. And it wasn't basically about me just trying to promote a product. I really wanted to make impact and help people.
That's wonderful. And people really do need help. So, what were some of your articles about in the beginning?
One of my first articles was about first things first. It was about priority, getting your
Mm-hmm.
priorities in order.
And then after that, what would they do after getting their priorities in order? Because that's a good one for me.
Well, basically, because I'm an organized person by nature,
Mm-hmm.
I basically teach people how to become organized. And I'm not just saying organizing your environment, it's about total life order. And so we're not your traditional company because I have organized solutions and events. So when people think about organized solution events, they think about a traditional company that'll come in and organize and clean up and do what they need you to do. That's
Mm-hmm.
not what we do. It's about teaching people total life order through the publications I've written. And it takes you through the steps and the process of decluttering your life, beginning with how you think.
Yes. Yes. It's interesting you should say that, because one of the chapters in Articles for Life that I liked was undoing undermining behaviors.
Oh,
That was one of
yes.
my favorite. I have to say that was one of my favorites, because I believe that we really do sometimes um we undermine the things that we do,
Hmm.
and we can undo the very things that God is trying to do for
Oh,
us
very true.
in the
Very true.
way that we think.
Mm-hmm. Mhm.
So that was definitely one of my favorites because it's teaching you and showing you, you know, to change your mindset, how to,
Yes.
putting in positive things that will
Mhm.
help you and affirmations that are going to help you to stop thinking those negative thoughts.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I did enjoy that very much. Like, in the book? What was one of your favorites, or what did you enjoy? Which one was it that you enjoyed writing most? Which article?
Well, I can't say which article I like writing the most,
Mm-hmm.
but I would say the ones that had more impact on me,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
like the one when you talk about triggers.
Right.
Triggers are definitely something that's something I deal with when you come to dealing with emotionally triggers, because trying to heal in my own soul. So that was definitely something that I love writing, because I got to share with other people, because sometimes you don't realize your things are triggering you.
Right. That is
All you know
true.
is that you're having a reaction to something and you're not knowing why.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
I
it's
like to get
important
to
to
the
know the
whys.
why. Yes, the whys are
Exactly.
very important
Mhm.
because the whys help you to figure out. If you choose to want to,
Yes.
dive into that why, because some people
Mhm.
don't want to dive into their whys.
No, not at all. And that's why. And I also love the relationship part when dealing with
Hmm.
what a relation, what you go through in relationships.
I think and another thing is when you were talking about the e-signs, I enjoyed one of them that I enjoyed the most was Are You in His Heart?
Hmm.
What was it that encouraged you to write that one?
Are You in His Heart? Definitely, that's a Mad Cloud book that
Mhm.
I had did. It's basically I expanded on it and I made it more of a workbook that asks you questions so that it'll take you through the process and the 8 steps
Nice.
to
Very
know if you're
nice.
in a guy's heart. It's basically my story
Mm.
when you with the wrong person, but you
Mhm.
care about that person. So you do damage to your own soul, staying somewhere too long that you shouldn't have been.
Yes. We
So
sure can do that to ourselves.
yes, and if you don't pay attention to the red flags that are telling you it's time to abort and to leave that thing, then you'll find yourself having to heal from something that you had allowed.
Right. Very true. Very true. Yeah, you had a few magazines on MagCloud that I enjoyed also.
Hmm.
There was one Be Inspired by the Beauty of Order.
Oh yeah, I love that title.
Yes, yes, that one is a good one. And then there was one that I actually liked a lot also. It was Prayers Your Dad Prayed. And it's about prayers prayed by your brother.
Oh yeah, that was definitely something I did recently for my younger brother who passed away about 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, coming up, I think it was about 2, 3 years ago, coming up just November, and he wrote some beautiful prayers that my sister read at his home going, and
Mm-hmm.
he only has one child, and I
Mm.
wanted his son, because his son was talking about how he missed his father so much, so I wanted to give him something to remember his father by, and when he feel like he's really missing his dad, to read his father's prayers. And
That's
that.
a beautiful thing. That is absolutely, yeah. I thought that was very touching, very beautiful.
Hmm.
And how can if someone wanted to be able to find these magazines or these e-zines or your book for Articles for Life, how could they find them?
Well, for Articles for Life, you can actually go to Amazon.com,
Mm-hmm.
and I actually have a Jana Hicks author page that people can sign up for, and they'll find everything on that one page. But if you go into the search engines, definitely you'll find Articles for Life and everything that I have written, either on ebook or hard copy.
Oh, good. Because then I also saw, you see, because I went looking. I went looking, and then I saw that you have Life Matters. It's a journal. It says a
Hmm.
journal, every moment matters. And that is true because every moment of our life does matter.
Hmm. It certainly does. And I put some life principles in between each space that people write in that'll help them capture the moment and to probably think about the journal entry that they're making.
Oh, okay. All right. So that it's a workbook that they can work with and it'll guide them through.
Yeah, it's more so just the principle that help you think about your entry probably for the day and about how to capture certain moments in your life. Because a lot of times when people are going along in their day, they don't think
Mhm.
about the moment. And life
Mm.
is really moment by moment. And sometimes
Yes.
people don't think that way. And then you let a moment get away from you.
So
Whether
it's something to look back on when they write it, right?
mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
that's beautiful. I
Mm-hmm.
like that. Yeah, definitely. That's definitely a lifetime journal to
Oh, it
have
certainly is. Mm-hmm.
because they can go back to it and read it somewhere down the line
Oh,
and
definitely.
remember the moment, something to give them joy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I
Even
like
if
that.
it's a hard thing, you can go back to see the lesson you learned
That's true. Very
from that
true.
moment.
Yeah, I got to take a deep breath on that one. And sometimes you're like, oh, I don't want to read it because it hopefully you'll take the lesson that was learned from it and
Exactly.
continue to grow from it. Okay, very
Mm-hmm.
true.
Mm-hmm.
So then at the same token, I also know that you're a publisher.
Just became stretched to become a publisher.
Uh-huh. And you're publishing the last book that you published is Mommy Chronicles.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I've been publishing my stuff for a long time, but
Mm-hmm.
once I started working with Jossie, Mommy Chronicles was the thing that stretched me to come into publishing because God was tapping me on my shoulder, like you can publish Jossie.
Mm-hmm.
And because I never thought to publish Jossie, I thought, I'll help her through the process and then another publisher could do it. But then Jossie, she decided that wasn't the way for her. And
Mm-hmm.
even before she told me, God was already tapping me on my shoulder saying, you published yourself, you have it in you to publish Jossie.
Right.
So we
Right.
sat down and talked about it, and it just flowed, just really flowed. And I always love working with Jassy because she's so easy to work with, and I love the joy that she brings and the story that she brings and stuff. Because when you talk with her, you interact with the girls too, so it's such a joyful thing.
Yes. What does publishing for you consist of when you work with publishers? Because I'm thinking that this is a future of you continuing to publish authors and
It's
your own book.
actually a work in progress in growing and stretching. Like when I first started the whole process of helping Melissa birth Overcomer, she was the first one who said Janet's not called to everybody. And I said
Mm.
she is very true on that. So that's when
Mm-hmm.
me and Jossie talked about it. I said, I'm not a traditional publisher. No, I'm not called to everybody. For the most part, God normally leads me to who,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll just go into their space to see how things is working with them and are they interested in it. And if they are, we go with it. And if not, then I'll let them rest on it for a minute because I may come back because it may
Right.
be something that God want me to work with them. And it's about helping people to birth what's in them.
Yes. Yes, because it is very personal. It
Mm-hmm.
can be very personal and
Yes.
and it is work, both parties have to put in the work because
Mm-hmm.
it is something that is being birthed out of them.
Yeah, and it's
And
actually building trust.
yes,
And that's the first thing I let people know that work with me that I'm all in. I'm here with you. You can trust me. Ain't nobody gonna know nothing about what's going on until it comes out.
that's a beautiful thing. So,
Mhm.
and the name of your publishing company?
Jana Hicks Publishing. That is just as simple as that.
That's beautiful. And now, if someone wanted to see if you would be willing to work with them, how do they go about finding you? Do they go onto the Jana Hicks website, or what do they do? Or what
Well,
would you
most
like them
people
to do?
probably can DM me because honestly, I'm not open like that right now
Mhm. Mhm.
because
Okay.
I said I don't want to be overwhelmed or flooded because I have other projects that I am
That you're
in right
working on.
now
Right.
and other
Mhm.
people that's on my list that God has me working with. So
Mhm.
I don't want to interrupt that process because that process was going a long time before God really was like, okay, you can call it this, you can do this with this. Because I
Right.
even have another publication coming out for myself, which for children, and
Nice.
a workbook called KGO. Kids Get Organized, training up a child in the way they should go. And it has puzzles and everything. And it'll have like questions and stuff to help children grow and learn how to be organized from an early age because it'll serve them for the rest of their life in every area of their life.
Right. So teaching them principles to help them along. That's a
Mm-hmm.
beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm. And then they'll learn through puzzles and games and stuff like that.
Yes, yes, because that's how children learn.
Yeah,
What
exactly.
is it for a particular age group or
When I was thinking about it, I said because we got some smart little 4 year old kids out here, I said we can start from 4 year olds and we could take it into the tweens and the teens because the way it's designed.
okay, perfect. And that will be coming out in early December or
I
next year.
was I was looking at December and I was like, we kind of close to there, so I was like, we kind of in that area.
Okay. All right. Good. So we will look out for this one. And what was the name of the children's book again?
K go, kids get
Keiko.
organized.
Kids Get Organized. I like
Mm-hmm.
that. That's a
Yeah.
nice. It has a nice ring to it. I like that.
Because I did my magazine whole stint that I did when I first started writing for MagCloud.
Mhm.
We did the whole magazine thing for a little while just to really learn how to write. And my cousin Malika was part of the writing thing with me because she did articles in the magazine. And I happened to look back on it, and that's when God tapped me like, you see all these little puzzles and stuff. You can make a book for kids.
Nice.
Hmm.
Nice. I like the way that you organize the thoughts, even your thoughts. I like
Hmm.
how your thoughts are organized. That will help you to be able to continue to flourish in your publishing
Hmm.
and in your writing. It's a beautiful thing.
Oh, definitely. Hmm.
So, are the articles on MadCloud still available?
Well, the booklets on MacCloud will always be there, and the articles are at eZine articles. Now, I have new articles on eZine, but a lot of the articles are in the book, Articles for
Mm,
Life, because what I did was make Articles for Life a reference book. Because sometimes people don't want to go to a website and just go down the list and read like that. So if you put it all in one space and section it off into sections, like I got relationships, character development, order, and self care. So there's an article for everybody in that book, and it's bite size and it's principles. And it's entertaining, it personally to me, because you'll learn my story through these articles as well, and it'll give you wisdom, hope, and encouragement.
awesome. And we sure need that today, especially today with COVID and all that's going on.
Oh, definitely.
We
Hmm.
need the wisdom of God. We need to be encouraged because for some of us, it's very discouraging at times.
Yeah,
Life
true.
can be very discouraging
Hmm.
and definitely hope,
Hmm. Oh,
Hope springs
definitely.
eternal, does it not?
Yes,
So,
it does. It certainly do.
and we need a hope. So, but I wanted to thank you so much for giving us your time, Jana, just and explaining to us all that publishing entails. I'm so blessed and thankful that you have that trait. It is a wonderful thing that you have that trait and that order. And I know that you are very orderly, so I am thankful for that.
Thank you, Nicole.
You're welcome. So, just one more time, can you tell them, please, where they can find Articles for Life?
Well, you can find Articles for Life and Life Matters Journal on Amazon.com. And I have a author's page for Jana Hicks, so you can follow me through that. And you can find also my books that I have on MadCloud and hard copy are Be Inspired by the Beauty of Order, time management book that I have that's called Redeeming the Time, and Are You in His Heart? And you can find those on Kindle ebooks.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. So they have every uh what was I want to say, every electronic possible way to find you. So I
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, it certainly is.
In the day of electronics, no, it's amazing now, but it's
Mm-hmm.
a beautiful thing, where magazines back in the day, magazines were in,
Mm-hmm.
we you wanted to have it in your hand, and now you can read it even on the train,
Yeah,
on your
exactly.
phone. So that's a
Mm-hmm.
beautiful thing. So thank you so much.
And thank
And
you.
you're welcome. I look forward to you coming back so you can talk to us about the children's book, and encourage parents to sit with their children and
Yes.
help them to get organized.
Oh, definitely. Because you're my very first interview anyway.
Well, welcome to the world of many more interviews for you to come.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sweetheart. And I thank you once again for coming on to Black Girl Joy. And thank you to the listeners. And we wish you a wonderful and a blessed day.
Yes.
Thank you again for taking the time to listen to Black Girl Joy. Please remember to like and share our podcast, and also find us on Facebook at Black Girl Joy LLC. Have a wonderful and joyous day.